Hey everybody, my name is Alexia and I'm currently on my way to the gym, but I wanted to quickly make this video because I was just doing a little bit of reflecting and I was just thanking God on how much He's changed my life for the better, and I don't think my life would be at this point without Him. So I want to first give you guys a little bit of backstory about what I'm talking about. So growing up, I've always wanted to have a family. I've always wanted to be a wife, and I just saw myself in that environment of being a wife and being a mother and things of that nature. But the problem was I didn't have, the right people or mentors around me to actually help me to and teach me how to navigate the dating world to get to the point of marriage and the point of having that family dynamic. So when I started dating at the age of 18, what was very important to me back then was physical attraction. I always told myself if I wasn't physically attracted to a man, I wasn't going to entertain a relationship with him. I didn't want to be misleading or anything like that. I just was not going to entertain him. And when I did entertain, men that I found physically attractive and we get to talking and getting to know one another, they'd end up not being what I expected or what I wanted in a man. And, this led to a lot of time being wasted, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of mistrust, and things of that nature when it came to me dating. And I've dealt with this for quite a long time. It had been years that I had been dealing with this cycle of just dating men that I found physically attractive, but ending the relationship because ultimately they weren't what I was looking for in a man. And it got very frustrating and very annoying to the point like I was questioning why I was attracting these certain type of men that had no goal, had no plan, had no just who wasn't looking for a long-term relationship when it came to dating in the first place. And I was so annoyed and so frustrated that I ended up taking a very long hiatus from dating and being in relationships altogether. And during this time, I really focused on my connection with God. And I got to ask God, what was I doing wrong? And what mistakes were I making when it came to dating? And why was I not getting the results that I wanted out of dating? And God ultimately allowed me to see what was I doing wrong. And He allowed me to see that although I did want marriage and I did want that family dynamic, my mindset wasn't ready for those things. And He ultimately showed me that. And He also showed me how I'm able to change my mindset and change my notions on a relationship and men to get to where I want to be relationship wise. And I started listening and I started changing my mindset. I started taking accountability about the role I played in not getting the relationships that I was looking for and not attracting the men that ultimately was marriage minded and relationship minded. And also during this time, I started to ask God and share with God the qualities that I wanted out of my man. And He did deliver. Like, when I tell you I am now in the most fulfilling relationship that I've ever been in my years of dating, like, I am so happy and I'm so grateful that God allowed this man to come into my life. When I say my partner is so providing, so protective, so supportive of me, that's exactly what I mean. And just to give you a little example, like a few months into our relationship, I broke down and I cried in front of my man. Like, he made me feel so comfortable and so comfortable around him, to the point like I was able to cry and be vulnerable with him. And this was the first man in a long time that I was able to be this vulnerable with, because I knew he wouldn't judge me and he wouldn't use my vulnerability against me. And when I tell you, he listened to me and he really helped me out of that situation. Like, because during that time I was very financially unstable. I was struggling to pay my bills on time, and yeah, I was having a hard time. And literally, like, weeks later, he told me to quit my job so that I could solely focus on myself, focus on my health, focus on my mindset, and focus on me altogether. And that's exactly what I did. I started to work out more. I started going to therapy. I started hanging out with my friends. And I started to worry about my overall health instead of paying my bills, because he had it taken care of. And just for him to be able to put me into the lifestyle to where I'm able to focus solely on my overall health, I'm very extremely grateful towards him, because he was willing to do things that nobody else was willing to do. And this isn't the only thing that this man has done for me. He's been providing for me since we've started dating. And because of this man, I own my car. I was able to buy my first designer items. I'm able to travel. I'm able to experience different things, learn different things, and just overall do things that I normally wouldn't be able to do if he wasn't in my life, period. And ultimately, I say all this to say that if you're a young lady and you're still looking for a man that is willing to provide you with the lifestyle that you want, please don't give up on that. There are still a lot of men out here that is looking for marriage and is willing to do things that no other man is willing to do for you. And I'm a living proof of that. I came from dudes that wasn't willing to do anything for me to now having a man that is willing to do everything for me. And I know if it happened to me, it can also happen for others. And I just wanted to make this video just to inspire young women that just to don't give up on love, and just continue to ask God for what you want out of a man. Continue to change your mindset, and to just don't get frustrated with dating, period. Continue to have faith, continue to have hope, and continue to just do the work, because there is a man that will see that and will pick you up and do whatever you want him to do for you. I hope this video have value, and I'm hoping that it reaches the right people.